What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here, back with another action figure review. And today, y'all already know what's up. We getting into some Yu Yu Hakusho greatness. We're about to take a look at Toguro 100% full power. And since I just rewatched this fight, just to be hyped for this review, I am super pumped. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with that mediocre packaging. Now, for the most part, you don't really got anything interesting going on here. I don't think this looks as good as Yusuke's. As you can see, most of the package is black and gray, kind of some dull colors, but you got the window where you can see the figure as well as some of the accessories. You've got pictures all along the sides, top, all that good stuff. Tamashii Nation's Bandai at the bottom, as well as the Yu Yu Hakusho logo. Then, of course, on the back, you got a ton of poses you can get the figure into, as well as some of the accessories showcased. But that's not what we're here for. Let's go ahead and bust this crazy designed ass figure out of the packaging so we can see what it's all about. Now, I'd be lying if I said that this was my preferred next release for the Yu Yu Hakusho line, but I would also be lying if I said I didn't like this thing, bro. Tamashii Nations went absolutely crazy with this design, and even though he's a bit undersized, I still think they did the best that they could to make him look as brolic and as masculine as he is supposed to, if that's a good way to describe him. But this thing is freaking crazy, man, which I remember thinking the same thing when I saw him in the anime. The over-engineering of his design is just unfathomable, man. I don't even know what this dude transformed into by the time he was at 100% power. Obviously, he's a demon, but man, this dude's design is just crazy. As you can see, he's got veins and sculpted wrinkles and all kinds of crazy detail everywhere, which is exactly accurate to the anime. He's got the oversized proportions for the torso. The head is small as it's supposed to be. The legs, I think, are a little bit bigger, actually, than they are in the anime, if I remember correctly. It probably didn't happen in every episode, but there were episodes where the legs looked tiny and his body was just gigantic. It was freaking crazy. But even the boots look really freaking good, man. A whole lot of sculpted detail on this. So I can understand why this figure might not have any shading. It would have been cool to get, but either way, man, I'm super duper happy with this. I love this crazy racist police buzz cut. Look, I heard that from somebody else, so don't take that from me. But man, this is freaking nuts, yo. I just never expected Tamashii Nations to go full force with this form. Honestly, I would have preferred the look where he's got the trench coat and he's powered down, but this is still very cool to have to recreate those final battle scenes. So yeah, I do dig this a whole lot. Now, anyway, let's go ahead and put this guy back so we can see how tall he stands. Now, when it comes to the height of this guy to the top of his head, he is about 7¼ man. So pretty freaking tall. Of course, we're going to do some size comparisons later to see how he stacks up with some other figures. Now, articulation-wise, I'm curious to see how this works myself. He looks up actually much better than I thought he was going to. That's actually crazy, even though he doesn't need to look up. That's still good. He looks down, not much. Honestly, I feel like he needs to look down more than look up. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. With this design, I kind of expected that. Tilt and turn on the head. This moves just fine. Pretty sure it's on a... No, it's actually not on a double ball peg. It's a hinge, but it works almost like a double ball peg. So that's interesting. I still wish they would have went with a double ball peg, but whatever. So the shoulders, this is where I'm really curious. Now, obviously, you can bring them all the way in, so the butterfly joints are super duper effective. You can swing them all the way up, but then you guys see what happens. It completely rotates the shoulder. Now, doing this leads me to believe one thing. Well, they go out a little bit more than I was expecting. So you can hit a T-pose, not a full T-pose, but it does still work. Now, I would recommend being careful with this. You don't want to leave it in this pose for too long, because more than likely what's going to happen is the shoulder pieces are going to warp. And then when you tuck the arms down, it's going to look like this. So yeah, actually, wait a minute. I think no, they're on a ball peg underneath here. So that's why they're able to function the way they do. So be careful, because you don't want to break that ball peg. But I'm super glad that they did that, so you don't have to worry about this weird look after you've warped the plastic for too many times. So that's cool. Bicep swivel works very well. Double jointed elbows work very well. As you can see, this dude looks so nasty, but man, look how buff he is. It's freaking crazy. When it comes to the hands, you have no restrictions in movement at all, so that's good. Moving down to the diaphragm, doesn't lean forward that much, only about that much, sadly. Does lean back a little bit better. As you can see, the sculpting does continue underneath, so that's really good. He leans forward about that much if you utilize the waist. Still not the best. Back a little bit more, but also still not the best. He does have a easy to use waist swivel. So glad that that's included. Kicks all the way out, so he can give Yusuke the boot if he wants to, or anyone else he fights. Kicks back about that much, but the leg does go out because they sculpted a butt, which is obvious. So yeah, expect that. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed knees. We need these on every figure, Tamashii, so keep that in mind. And when it comes to the foot, doesn't really go down very much because of the pants cut. Actually, no, it goes down a little bit more. Still not the best, but it does work. It does go up a little bit as well. If you push the foot in, then you can get it to move a little bit more. Not a whole lot, though. Decent ankle rocker for what we've got. And then he does have a toe hinge. So articulation-wise, he works very, very well, man. I have absolutely no issues with this, man. I think that they sculpted this and designed it the best that they could. So I love it. Now, when it comes to the accessories, you don't get a whole lot with this guy because most of the budget went towards the sculpting. So obviously they had to limit it in certain areas. As you guys can see, he comes right out of the packaging with a neutral expression and a pair of fist hands, but he does come with 3 other facial expressions. He gets this one where he's kind of laughing, which this is cool. He does have this one where he's got his teeth gritted and he looks a bit focused. You can tell this is when Yusuke's starting to get on his nerves and he really got to lock in, sort of. If you guys know what happened, you know. He does also come with this punched in the face expression, and I love this. I really hope that they start incorporating more faceplates like this into other lines as well. This is dope. And then we get a DLC faceplate for Yusuke where he's also punched in the face. So super duper dope, man. Tamashii, keep this up. Now when it comes to hands, he does come with 3 left hands and 2 right hands, including 2 where he's kind of reaching, grabbing. It's a stylish pose hand, whatever you want to call it. And then he does come with another one where his fingers are a little bit more curved. And then lastly, he does come with one where he is pointing. So really, really dig this, man. Again, not a whole lot of accessories. Obviously, I can think of many things that could have been included, but at the end of the day, I'm satisfied with what we got because of how good this figure is. Now, moving on to size comparisons, here he is standing next to the figure that matters the most, the SH Figuarts, Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke Urameshi. Then we've also got him standing next to some other villains. We've got him standing next to the SH Figuarts, Jujutsu Kaisen Greatness, Ryumen Sukuna. And we've also got him standing next to the SH Figuarts, Naruto Shippuden, Tendo Pain. Now, next up, here he is standing next to some figures that I have already reviewed recently. We've got him standing next to the SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man, Aki Hayakawa, the Kyoto Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi, Attack on Titan Eren Yeager Transformed State. Gosh, that was a lot. And then we've also got him standing next to the SH Monster Arts, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician. And now for some random red figures. Here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Wolverine and Deadpool, the Metacom toy or Mafex comic Daredevil, and a Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Now, keeping it real with you guys, this review legit made me feel like a kid again, man. Like, the entire time in between segments, I was humming the Yu Yu Hakusho battle theme. Ding, 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 ding. If you know, then you know. Now, if you're wondering if I recommend this figure, obviously, man, the Yu Yu Hakusho line is 2 for 2. This is a perfect release in my opinion. Like, I can't think of anything to complain about. I know, I always say it. We can always ask for more accessories, but at the end of the day, I feel like they did everything they could with this release. It goes above and beyond in my personal opinion. Now, if there's anything you think should have been included, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. But I don't think so, man. This is 100% Toguro. He was a brawler, and that's exactly what this figure embodies. So I love it, man. This is just dope, man. I feel so happy with this release. It's so content. I don't know what it is, man. The past couple of Tamashii Nations releases that I have reviewed have been stellar, and this guy is no exception. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I need y'all to pick this up, man. I need the Yu Yu Hakusho line to continue. Like, I don't want this line to stop. These are really damn good figures. So if you are even thinking about picking up this guy, go get him. He's worth every penny. So overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye. Tamashii Nations, keep this line going. We need more characters. Bye.